on, I'm on, I'm on. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. What up? What up? What up? Yep. Checking everything out. How y'all doing? How y'all doing? Let me get some more people over here. See if I can get at least one more. One. I don't have that many, so I'm gonna try. Just try to do my part, man. But hey, before I come on this show, boy, I be jamming again, man. I be wanting to play some music, but I need to be professional. When you talk about like helping people getting some money, I want somebody to be professional. You want to look professional. You don't want somebody to look real. You want somebody to look, put a mask on and come in here and be different, like a 9 to 5. You know what I'm saying? So I get it, especially when you're trying to talk about some stuff that you're doing, and that's why preachers they wear suits and all that stuff. They're looking good and clean and what they yeah. That's how you want it. We've been programmed that you got to be dressed up and play the part, and that's how you get got too sometimes. But hey, who am I? We all been there. But anyway, what's up, man? Y'all know who I am. I'm Keith Fletcher on Facebook, but I'm the Blind Truth. The Blind Truth on YouTube. The Blind Truth one on TikTok. The Blind Truth. Let's take my headphones off. I am actually blind, but the thing is that's why I'm going to do it because I'm thinking we blind to the truth. I think a lot of things that we don't know where we come from. We don't have the truth, and we blind. Even the truth is right in our face, and we blind. You know what I'm saying? We blind spiritually, we blind physically, we blind mentally, we blind financially. That's the 4 pillars I deal on: spiritual health, physical health, mental health, and financial health. Those are my 4 pillars. And then that spiritual health, I deal with the be, do, have. The Most High told you, told Adam and Eve in the garden, to be fruitful, do, multiply, have dominion. You know what I'm saying? Be fruitful, do, multiply, and have dominion. He didn't ask them, he told them. You know what I'm saying? So when that come down to our blood, now we supposed to be fruitful. We have that mean that something, we have a seed. To be fruitful, you got a seed inside of you. To be fruitful, then you supposed to go plant that seed, fertilize, grow it, down there, learn, educate yourself, transform yourself, transformation, evidence of education. That's how you become multiplied. Because once you be fruitful, you plant that first, like say, you plant an apple tree. Now how many apples? How many seeds in an apple? So you can take all them seeds, just say have 20 seeds, and you go plant 20 seeds. And just say 5 of them don't, you still got 15 trees, apple trees, out of that one tree. So we created builders, you know what I'm saying, around here. And I don't think we don't forgot how to create and build. And I didn't know, some of them didn't know, some of them wasn't taught. I wasn't taught, man. I had to learn the long way, the hard way. You know what I'm saying? So that's what it is. I thought I knew everything. I didn't trust nobody. That was a taught thing too, because I was raised not to trust no one, especially not no white people. And guess who had all the answers? They wrote the book on this. They wrote the book on this capitalism. They understood this. They were the state system, and I'm gonna be scared. I'm afraid to talk to them. I'm saying, don't trust them. Mm-mm. Then we most definitely don't trust our own people. We don't like our own people, how our own people look. We're not going to listen to our own people. So now we're not listening to nobody. Then we're so jealous of our own people that we won't take heed to what the person's saying. Unless we're in a suit and we got the Bible. If I come at you with the Bible and say what Jesus Christ said and all that, then you'll start, I'm hollering, screaming, spitting. We'll fall because we've been programmed like that. But if somebody come and tell you something, just some common sense stuff, some stuff that's gonna save you, some stuff that really gonna save you in this world, not gonna save you in the afterlife, because in the Bible the Most High didn't say nothing about no going to heaven. He said He gonna take you to a land. The Most High spoke in the first 5 books. A land. He promised Abraham a land. He promised the Hebrews a land. The Indians had a land. They was all black. So everything was dealing with land. And look, we don't have no land. We have no land. All our assets, what is the asset? Land. And we don't own none of it. And you think you're going to get all your blessings in heaven. Why would God create an earth then? If He created the earth and put us on earth, what did He need us to be in heaven for? He just would have put us all in heaven and threw us out of heaven like He did. He say He threw the devil out. So He created heaven and then threw us out of heaven. That didn't work. But He created the earth with land. And he promised land to Abraham. He promised land to the Hebrew. He promised land. And guess what everybody wants? Land, but us. We going to this magical place. And guess where the first man went? Adam went ashes to ashes, dust to dust. He went back to the dust. Land, dirt. Oh, you don't want to hear that. That's that spiritual hell. Anyway, let me go ahead and give it to you. Hey, we ask the Most High to cover you from the top of your head to the bottom of your feet. Put a hedge of protection around you and your loved ones. Hear my voice right now. All praises to the Most High. You know what I'm saying? I know I'm going too deep. I'm not going. I know I'm too deep. Too deep, man. Y'all don't hear the truth. Y'all don't hear the truth. But I'm just saying, if He promised us a land, and we ain't buying our land, we giving our grandmother's house away. We getting all our people. Everybody buying our houses, buying our land. We build up something, and then then we give it away. We build up something, then they'll come by it. Communities and everything. Sound like somebody following the right way, but we not. We last on the totem pole. Because we done gave all our assets away. And then guess what we started doing? We gave it away for some trinkets and stuff and jewelry, and we started wearing them. We don't even believe. We start believing. People start telling you that, hey, you know, you need some money. You want to? They need to sell your land, your property, asset that's going to last you. Now look how much the land costs. Look how expensive it is. Assets. But anyway, this show is brought to you by World Premier World Streets every Thursday at 7:30 p.m. Central Standard Time. We are dropping personal development, man, personal development for the soul. You know what I'm saying? Again, mental health. That's that personal development. A lot of this stuff is mental, man. But let's see what it is.
So, ladies and gentlemen, make no mistake, this is the world premiere word on the streets. And now, ladies and gentlemen, this is the moment you've all been waiting for. And now, ladies and gentlemen, join hearts and hands together for the man who discovered his purpose and lives it loud, Larry Extraordinaire Moe, and the motivator born to ignite minds and shift atmospheres, the amazing Keith Fletcher, and the man who brings clarity to the chaos with the voice of reason you can't ignore, the one and only Mr. Vincent Craig. Make no mistake, there is no word without our host. Welcome to the movement, welcome to the message, welcome to the word on the street.
That's it. World Premiere World on Streets every Thursday. Three men, black men, elders, all, whatever you want to call them, grade up, you know what I'm saying, been divorced, been through the wringer, came back, and still here. That's it. The Most High blessed us to be here. He kept us for a reason. You know what I'm saying? To find our purpose. You know what I'm saying? So to help people to give back. You know what I'm saying? To the community, to whoever want to listen. You know what I'm saying? Somebody, you tell me, out of all three of us, one of us, if not all three of us, can give you something to guide you through the landmine of life. You know what I'm saying? To guide you so you won't get blowed up. That prevent you from getting hurt. That can just say, hey, turn around, go left. No, make another right. You know. So it help you in this maze of life. You know what I'm saying? So that's what it's about. Every Thursday, 7:30 Central Standard Time. You know, World Premiere on the streets. So, man, you know, I'm always searching. I'm always seeking. Say seeking is fine, man. You know, we stay on social media. But just life, people that you know, man, life is getting harder. Things are getting tighter. You know what I'm saying? Things are getting high, expensive. And the old way doesn't work anymore. The old way doesn't work anymore, you know. Now you look back and say, man, if I had to do it all over again, what would I do? Let's just say occupation-wise, if I had to do it, I would get in sales. I would sell, and I didn't like sales, man, but now that I know my purpose, my mouthpiece, I would get in sales and sell my ass, because I think I can sell anything to anybody now, but I didn't believe in myself. You know, I try to teach my kids that now, man, you know, my son tell my dad, you know, you really cocky, you know what I'm saying? I said, now I'm confident, very overconfident, you know what I'm saying? And I'm 57 years old. I done seen a lot. Why wouldn't I be? But anyway, I just wasn't confident enough. You know what I'm saying? I didn't have no good leadership, knowing, because my dad didn't really know. You know, he worked at figured out, coming from Louisiana. A lot of men didn't know. And then when they told me, when it was uncomfortable, I shied away from it, you know? you know, I couldn't take no losses. And I was taking losses anyway. I thought I couldn't, but I was taking many losses, man, many losses. So stuff that I thought was difficult, when I look at it now, was real simple. And the thing was that believing in myself, you know, believing in myself, understanding my character, my drive, my work that I had to work, I had to drive, you know what I'm saying? I was overconfident in myself. Everything I tried, I did it, you know what I'm saying? A lot of stuff I was put in a position that I did, and I'm glad, you know? And I failed. I failed a lot of them. My mistake was relationships. I did well in the military, did well in college, school, and all that. In high school, you know, that was a whole other thing. But man, when I got out, I did well in any job management. When I managed people, you know, in different places, but I did well. But when I did relationship, you know what I'm saying? You know, that's why I talk about all the time. Hurt people, trauma. You know what I'm saying? So my relationship was horrible. My home was horrible. But money-wise, taking care of myself was great. But relationship-wise, you know, I didn't have no self-control with women. And I loved me some women. You know what I'm saying? And women loved me at the time. You know what I'm saying? But it wasn't the right thing, you know, because I was married. But that's my part was relationship. And I didn't understand that. And then I didn't even understand how the world worked. Gross domestic product. I didn't understand what that meant. I didn't even know nothing about no inflation, gross domestic product, and how this world worked with real estate and all these things back then. I didn't. I know. I remember my friend bought a house, my brother bought a house. You know, you buy a house, but you didn't know what that meant. You know, you just looking for shelter. You looking for some shelter and trying to survive. Didn't understand what's thriving. And you were buying stuff to show the next person. You wasn't buying it. You was buying it just to show you live a little bit better than the next person. You know what I'm saying? It was that ego, that pride, that envy. You know, and we missed out on a lot of things. We just want it. Heart want what it wanted. Didn't know why I wanted it. And it's still going on today. Want. We don't know what a want and a need. We just want it. And when you just want something, you don't want to sacrifice. You know, and I think that's what's going on. So anyway, me, I try to get on here and just get my little part, man. Just little small details that can help you turn the knob and see can it help you change your life. That you know, when you know better, you do better. That's the series we're on. You know, when you know better, you do better. But you got to get your mind right. You know, I go back and forth. Got to get your mind right. That's my saying. I've been saying it. You know what I'm saying? And guess what? You know, coming soon. Coming soon. I want you to support me too. I'm gonna coming soon. My T-shirts is coming out. You know what I'm saying? My T-shirt, my gotta get your mind right. T-shirts coming. We're gonna have a logo above average. They coming. My daughter Justice. You know what I'm saying? That's her thing. You know what I'm saying? But we gonna put it out. We set it up. It took a while, but you know I get it. I'm procrastinating. We talked about it, but it's coming. You know. I'm on, you know, I've always been on the 4 pillars again, that spiritual health, physical health, mental health, financial. Now, I've been easy with physical. I can work out physical, do all this stuff. Mental, you know what I'm saying? I can speak mental and financial. I'm doing a little, getting better. But that spiritual, I never really spoke good on that, you know what I'm saying? Because my belief is different than other people's belief. But those 3 right there, I done changed people's lives. In my time, I know I done changed, I done helped people change. I ain't talking about giving nobody some money just to get them through something. No, I done helped change people's lives, the direction of their lives and their family. You know what I'm saying? Health-wise, I know I have. Mentally-wise, I know I have. And financially, for sure. I done helped somebody change their lives. You know what I'm saying? I can say that. And it ain't costing them a dime. But it's time for Keith to start making money. You know what I'm saying? At this. Because I'm good at it. I'm going to say, like I said, a coach or whatever you want to call it. I want to know what I should call myself, but I'm not for everybody. I used to train people, I used to tell them that too, and I made money training, but I wasn't for everybody. I used to say that all the time, like, I'm not a trainer for everyone. And back then, I was a trainer, when I was a different kind of trainer. I was like, I don't know if you know C.T. Fletcher, I was that one gonna curse y'all, I just do what the fuck I say, you know, not what, you know, but I realized it doesn't last. You know what I'm saying? People don't need motivation, you know what I'm saying? It's a mental thing. People need to change the way, it's a lifestyle, you need to change the way they think. You know what I'm saying? You need to change things. I know when I was training, and I trained mostly women. I trained a couple of men, but I was training mostly women. And when I was training, you know, when you get to the point, and I never worried about food, then we get to the show. But when I would tell them to change something like, hey, stop smoking, we're going to come back on drinking, We're gonna come back on eating sweets. You start cutting these things out, especially if they're in a relationship and they're married. You start realizing most people, they time with their spouse or their husband or their whatever with those are the things they share together. Some people share smoke. You sit there and smoke each other, sit there and smoke together. Some of them sit there and drink wine together, drink together, get drunk together. Some of them sit there, eating wine, just eating popcorn. And you start saying these things, and then when you start taking them, it causes problems. Because that's the time they share. And now it's more deeper than just the food. It's other things that's in time. And you start taking it away from the other person. So you ain't just dealing with the person that you're training. You're dealing with the other person they would not. And then they start hearing, well, Key got you doing this. It becomes a problem. Now, a thing that's supposed to be good for them, it'll turn bad. Because hurt people. And the heart want what they want. They don't even know. They mean well because they just want what they want. They don't mean to hurt you, but it turns out like that. And that person, that's why I say you got to be around people that's like-minded. You got to demand your time. That's why you got people say it's your husband, your spouse, your girlfriend. Nobody supposed to make you happy. You got to have happiness already. You got to find happiness. And we tell you that we think a husband or wife will come in and make you happy, change your life. See, that's a transaction. That's a transaction. You get something, I get something, transaction. And anything that with transaction is going to end up bad. But when you become somebody that you meet, it's supposed to be transformed. It's supposed to transform you and transform them. You'll come together and add to your happiness. But we don't know how that look. We ain't never seen that. And you go in there blind, and you go in there and think it's going to work, and you go through hell. And especially if you ain't got healed from your last relationship or healed from other things, your childhood. I talk to people that don't even have no uncles, no grandma, no, nothing. So they had to deal. That's why I tell my sister-in-law, I used to tell her, I say, man, don't let no man know you don't have no family. Because people will take advantage of you. It's a transaction. What do you want something? What I'm going to get? You meet some good people, but be very few. Most people want something for something. So when a lot of y'all run off and be away from your father, be away from your family. I can't stand my family, and life start whooping you, just whooping you, and you just be like, oh Lord, praying to God, and God said, man, I sent you the right place. You don't want to be there. I sent the right person to you. You don't want to be there. Transactions. And a person over anything over 30, you need some counseling. You need some counseling, man. You need some help. Nobody, no husband talking about, man, no, if you want to get with somebody, go get you some premarital relationship counseling before you get together. Because if both of y'all over 30, y'all have been through some stuff, and y'all going to need some help, and y'all are not healed enough to do it. It's not. And again, I'm not here to make, and my wife knows, I'm not here to make, I add to your happiness. She got to have some happiness. When I met her, she was happy. She's just a happy person. And when I was going through my stuff, she let me go through it. I said, we're going to stop us. Hey, I'm going here, you go ahead and be depressed. And she was right. Hurt people. That's it. But anyway, we're going to get to it. Hey, again, my shirt's coming. Gotta get your mind right. We're going to some shirts. We got some shirts coming, man. We're going to different colors, So I just support your boy. Me and my daughter, we worked on it. She did our design. We got the name. So we're going to step out there with it, man. We're going to have some sayings and stuff, and we're going to see how you like it, So I'll be putting the links. You'll be seeing pictures and things like that with it, man. So we coming out with it, Gotta get your mind. I done tried some things. I'm always trying something. I've been doing this for years. Helping people. My wife's niece has told me that she remember when I used to try to teach them how to sell. Door going to sell. I always been that person to go get her. That hustling. But I didn't understand business. That's what I wish I knew how to hustle. I knew I wasn't scared to go talk and get it, but I didn't understand business. I didn't understand how money worked. I didn't understand the flow of money. I could make money, but I didn't know what to do with the money. And I didn't do the right things with the money. And when I didn't do the right things, I ended up somewhere I didn't want to be. So now I try to get on here and give wisdom, understanding to, people that want it, but the young people for sure. We really want to help the young people, but This life got a hold. You know, in the Bible it says, don't be over this world. This world have got a hold on you that you cannot let go. Even how you help. You know what I'm saying? That's another thing I'm getting into this help real serious. I've always been in help, and I want to get into this help like seriously, man. Again, my shirt's coming. Y'all gonna start seeing some product coming. You know what I'm saying? Things that I have done that I use, but I got to look right. I believe that you can't talk the talk. You got to walk the walk. So you know, I'm not gonna tell you something that I ain't done. I ain't willing to do. You see me on my bike. I mean, on the walk or on a treadmill, walking. I'm just walking. You know what I'm saying? But I'm walking at a fast pace. But I do a lot of other things too. You know what I'm saying? But it's a habit. It's about your word meaning something. I'm trying to build a community of when you say something, you say it. I'm trying to build a community that when they see you, they hear you, they touch you. You know what I'm saying? So when they see what you're doing, they hear what you say. You're not just saying it. They see you do it, and they can touch you and say, hey man, that dude is dope. Look what he creating. Look what he building. So that's what I'm doing. I don't want to just be on here talking. You see it. You know what I'm saying? You see me doing it. You see the things happening, and then you hear me saying the things, and I'm living in what I'm saying. And you can touch those things that I done put out, you know what I'm saying? Because that's what I want to do. And I done done some things in the dark, and I'm trying to bring it, I'm about to start bringing it to the light, you know. We got LH&F Construction, man, got a painters, man, I got some painters, there's some bad painters, I got some construction guys that can do everything, do some amazing things. I'm going to start showing the pictures, you know what I'm saying? You want to get your home painted in the DFW, Fort Worth area, you know what I'm saying? You're going to start seeing the websites. I've been just it's so much, and like I say, it's so much, and I gotta get out my own way. The most I already been showing it, y'all been blessing me, but I gotta go ahead and start going being more abundant, man. Taking my abundance and really spread it out and being to solve problems. I know I can solve problems. I done solved problems. I've done this, you know what I'm saying? And people that know me have done it quietly, you know. Even the ones that didn't like me, I've done it under the quietly. But when you're dealing with people, and I learned over time, you can't save nobody. You cannot save no one. You know what I'm saying? And I think we done messed us up thinking we can. You can't. That's what they got AA for. You know what I'm saying? You send it to somebody that got experience. You know what I'm saying? I'm not here to do that. I'm here to give you, show you a way. To show you a way, but you got to want it more than me. I'm here to show you different things to believe. Most people don't believe. You got down a bad hand and you really don't believe that you can come out there. And you so used to doing it in a messed up way and trying to catch up that you never. You think you like the lottery. You think you're going to hit the lottery and your life going to change and you're going to be old. You're going to be old. You're going to be somewhere, sitting in somewhere place, and you're going to be like, miserable, sitting in a place. It's got millions of people like that because they don't want to change. They don't want to listen to nobody. They want to humble themselves. They want to blame everybody. And they got stuck right where they're going to be stuck like that. And I tell you, man, you think your kids are going to... How can your kids help you when you couldn't help them? They going to magically... I know you're talking to God. I know you're like, oh, God, help me. If that was true, nothing would happen to the Israelites. If that's true, that would have been no slavery, it would have been no bad things happen to good people. But what can you prepare for? Can you prepare yourself for opportunities and stuff like to put your place? It's called capitalism. You got to build bootstraps, whatever you want to call it. You have a way. And they telling you to leave America. They're telling you to give your land away. All these things, why are they trying to get you away? We don't know our history. We don't know any of these things. But we know it. We're struggling. And you hear it all over the news, you're struggling. Everybody not struggling. It's got people that's trying, that's creating, that's doing things. They're not sitting back with their hand out that want to do things, that want to wait. They got people that got kids that's sitting out there, their parents couldn't do nothing, and they're looking for a way, and they're scared to move, and they want somebody to tell them, I'm here to tell you, man. I'm here to come down and say, hey, man, this is a different way. And they don't take a lot of money. The money ain't the problem. It's your mind. I'm telling you, it ain't about the money because ain't none of your parents before didn't know what to do with the money. Listen to me. They didn't know what to do with the money. 7% of people don't know what to do with the money. They paycheck to paycheck. Mom can't even get $1,000 in credit card debt. But you got to seek. You can't just sweep it under the rug. You can't just say, I'll figure this out later. You got to start today. You got to start today. And they got so many people want to help you start, but you're scared and you keep pushing it out, thinking you're too late. It is not too late. It's not. And some of you, a lot of you are selfish. Especially you got men, y'all got women out there, y'all want to lead this earth and lead them nothing, you ain't prepared. I don't know. I don't teach my boy, how can you go, you going to be with somebody and be with your kids and prepare them and lead them something. You know, people want to quote everything in the Bible about everything, but that one right there, you're supposed to lead something for your children, man. That part right there is huge. And it don't have to be money, it could be information. But if you do have some message, don't give it away. If you do have something, at least learn what to do with it. At least have a fight. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm 57 years old. I'm big on my health. Man, I want to live long. I want to see my great-grandkids. But what if you don't? But I fought. I don't deal with what if I don't. I deal with what if I do. And I think a lot of people doing what if I don't. And they putting that toxic person around you, guess what? It brings you down. I'm sitting, I get on the phone and talk with somebody, and I'm excited. I'm talking, man, as soon as they start telling me stuff, and I'm like, dude, I don't even get to talk. He just start bringing you down. Like, damn, I was excited. I had this go, and you just said, I ain't gonna tell them. I'm just going. Imagine you had all your friends like that. You had nobody that you can go to and talk to about your excitement, your wins, and all that, because everybody around you losing. Making wrong decisions, not responsible. That you can't even shine. You can't get a pat on the back. Great job. It ain't just that you got more than just the person y'all don't want to start now. So I get on here and just say, hey, look, you can win, man, but it's a different way. It's different ways of doing things. There's different ways. You're giving all your money away. You're getting all your assets away. And that's not good. For what? No, you can't take it with you. But don't you think you deserve, your kids or somebody deserve to have something there? I'm going to keep on saying it, man. Don't you think they deserve to have something? But you trying to prove to everybody else. You know, I talked about the kids, putting your kids in college and making them get them student loans. And you want to, it's a way to do things. And we always behind, man. We just in a trend. And somebody, when you behind and you got lack of knowledge and you in debt, somebody's making money off of you. You always gonna pay a high cost. I'm trying to show you just alone not to pay a high cost. Just get on here just trying to change it, like just turn it on so, man, that can make a difference that you don't have to pay a high cost. That's it. And I've been doing this for a long time. I know I ain't no famous person. That's why I bring other people on, like on the show, I bring somebody else talking about it, let you hear somebody else, because, you know, in our community, I don't think we like ourselves. We don't like seeing ourselves, man. But if you holler and say some crazy shit, we'll love it. If I put some music on and come on, man, my views go up. If I start off with some music, all we want to do is party and dance, man. We don't want to get serious, you know. And it's hard, I know, because the world, my kids, I'm on my kids about, like I'm talking to my daughter, and she's 17. I'm like, dude, you supposed to have a business now. And she's like, Dad, I'm about to graduate. You know, I'm working, Dad. I'm working, and now that don't mean nothing. My GPA is 4, that don't mean anything. What do that mean? What you supposed to get because of that? We above average. I don't want to hear that. That ain't enough. They got some people doing twice as much as that. And they got kids. They ain't got no mom and dad together. When you lose your mom and dad, then what you got to do? I said, how hard at this time is you sitting in your room playing Roblox? Yeah, she still playing Roblox. And you could be sitting up there setting up your website. You could be sitting up there setting up your product. You got your makeup, you had a makeup line and all that stuff, ordered off, and you ain't promoted nothing. You ain't sold nothing. You ain't even knocked on the door. I tell my son about the landscape. I'm like, man, I got lawnmowers, got the truck, what y'all want? I'm gonna go get the truck, the trailer, whatever you want, the weed, whatever y'all want, I'm gonna go get it. But I ain't see you knock on a damn door. All these yards around here, all these opportunities around here. But you saying you ain't got no money. They got money. I say you got money as long as I got money. That's my money. But what about you building your own for you and your family? And they're gonna take it. Like right now, you can live on $100,000, but in about 5 years, you're gonna have to add $30,000 to your to inflation and everything. You're gonna have to add 30 more thousand. So if you make it 50, you're gonna have to be making 80,000. You make 100, you're gonna have to make 130,000. So that means you gotta find a better way, not no hustling and doing it the old way. And your mom and dad them, they don't know. So you gotta go seek. You gotta go find. You gotta question. You gotta know how to communicate. You gotta know how to network. You gotta go knock on doors. You gotta know how to sell. But you gotta believe first of all. And a lot of people don't believe they can get out the situation. Like people talking about, hey man, I want you to help me with my finance and all this and this. It ain't the point to help you finance. It's the point that you gotta believe you can get out the situation. It's a habit. It's like sugar. Man, I love shit like Kool-Aid. People who drink Kool-Aid, I love it. But when I first got them, when I first said I'm not doing no sugar, I was sitting in my living room and my wife was making the Kool-Aid. I heard her pour the sugar in the jug. I'm a ways away. I heard her pour the package, put the water, stir in the cup. I'm hearing all that. I'm like, oh, fiending. But your word got to mean something. Or you really want to get out for that? Or you really want to do the things you're going to say you're going to do? Are you willing? Then that means you're able. But what's happening is it's football season. Every year things go, it's football season now, kid. After football, January will come, I start then. New Year, New Me, all that. It's the same rotation over. Then Valentine, then we go October, then Halloween, then we got Thanksgiving, then we got Christmas, then we got the New Year, then we got 4th of July. Look at all those distractions. Baseball, basketball, all these distractions. And you ain't started nothing. You ain't built nothing. You ain't created nothing. Been saying the same thing about groceries again. You just how everything getting high. The kids starting in school, they eating young. It's been year after year after year. It's the same thing, but you haven't done anything different. But let me bring my guest on. I got a link at the above. Kamilah, I think that Kamilah. Man, I like her, man. She talking some real stuff. So let's bring her on. Let her talk. And I'm gonna get off of here. I know y'all got the football night, It's football night.
All right, what's going on, everyone? I got something very encouraging to talk about, and I think you're going to learn a lot. I'm going to keep talking about this because I'm realizing there's a lot of people who really need to hear this. And I want to keep educating. I want to keep adding value to those who will listen. All right. Yeah, something going on with the camera. All right, what's going on? Got a few things I want to go over that I think will be very valuable. I'm going to show you exactly. I've talked a little bit about this, but I'm going to go into more detail today. Exactly, giving you a blueprint of what you need to be doing. Seriously, we got to get serious, guys. All right, we got one more opportunity, I believe, coming up as we're exiting out towards the second half of the year, in a sense. And there's some things that you can be doing that I think will give you a reset. Yeah, let's talk about the reset, because I believe you need a reset, especially for people who feel like they missed out, they're behind, and they need to really get serious about their future, right? I want you to get serious, y'all. Listen.
Excuse the commercial.
From Sunday to you.
Hey, from Massachusetts. What's going on, guys? Let me open up the chats. I want to make sure that I can see these chats. All right, because I had them closed for a minute. All right, what's going on? Okay, so listen, I want to, first of all, it doesn't cost you anything. Can you please like the video? It really helps get these videos out to more people. I really want to help you. Class is in session. Breezy Bree. All right. Wealth is not, it's not an accident. It's not magic. I want you to know that it's math, it's mindset, and it's movement. Okay. And what you own, listen to this, what you own is more important than what you earn. because ownership builds freedom, but as we know, spending builds stress, and that's where a lot of people are. And I want to help you get out of that, and I want to teach you the game plan, right? I got to teach you the game plan so that you can understand. Now, again, hit that like button, share this video. If you haven't subscribed to my page already, make sure you go ahead and do that. If you're still interested in the challenge, it's in the description. I do want to say this is not your, I'm not your financial advisor. I'm not here to tell you what to do with your money. I don't know your bank account. I don't know your crypto wallet. I don't know your Amazon spending habits. For all I know, you might be watching this while you're buying something right now that you don't need to buy. So be clear. Do your own research. Don't come back blaming me when you get stressed out about your money because you spent it all on Uber Eats, okay? Let your financial advisor give you a 50-year plan to pull you out the dungeon. I'm here to just help you stop being broke and start thinking like someone who owns things and not just owes things, right? So carry on, invest wisely. And because I'm a health coach, I got to say this also. Make sure you hydrate, okay? Now, let's get into this. Let's get into this because I got a lot to say. You know, I was being funny, you know, when I said like Amazon spending and, you know, but the truth is, listen, if you can afford Uber Eats and new clothes, you can afford assets. So if any of you all have ordered from Uber Eats or Amazon in the last 6 months, you can afford assets, okay? Most people, a lot of people are broke, right? But I keep saying this, it's not because they don't have money. It's because they keep prioritizing everything except assets. I want to talk a little bit about assets today, how they're used. You know, I get that people like to spend their money because we are conditioned to spend and not build. But if you want financial freedom, y'all, hear me out. If you want your money to grow while you're sleeping, then you need to start thinking like someone who owns the future, not someone who's renting the past. That's what it feels like when you're in these cycles. And no, let me just take the weight off your shoulders. You don't need $100,000 to start investing, y'all. You don't need to be rich already. You need a strategy. You need consistency. It's just that simple. So I'm going to help you to understand why assets, again, I'm hitting this thing on assets because I'm realizing not enough people have them. Why assets are the secret to building generational wealth. And I want to talk a bit about Bitcoin.
So you have a link in above. I got a link in the description, man. Click on it. Go listen to the whole thing, man. It's real inspiring. For real, assets. And we need to understand what's the difference in asset. We're not talking about no car. You're going to spend your money. That's a depreciation asset. You know what I'm saying? People flip cars. Don't get me wrong. You get a car, buy it, sell it, make you some money. That's different. But you still going to put that money into something else. But what more you sell that car, then you start spending it. What do you do with that money? It's a continuing process. Money is a currency. It's supposed to flow. So what are you doing with it? What is it flowing into? After just say you did sell your car. You sell a car, so what is that flowing into? Your business? Or flowing into just paying some bills? You know what I'm saying? An asset is something that can help you in the past, help you in the future, help you that you can borrow against, you can do all these things again, that can grow, appreciation. That's what we mean. And your car is not growing, it's a depreciation asset. That we said. So she was about to get into Bitcoin. I have Bitcoin. I have XRP. I got several of them, man. I put my money in all those things. That's me. But don't put your money, like you said, this is not no finance advice. I'm saying you got to do your research. But the scared money ain't no money. But what you put in, you buying some clothes and jewelry. Every time you go out, you got to have a new outfit. Every time you go on a trip, you got to have a new outfit. And you ain't put nothing back. Nothing wrong with buying things. But what have you put back for the future? What have you put back for the old you? The best person to take care of the old you is the young you. But let me show you, this is what most of us doing right here. This is what most of us do right here. Let me get to it.
Relationships. Take control of the future. I threw this together. I kid you not.
Take control of your future.
Because once you already know the information, you just playing around. I was like, what's this? I had to help my nephew do a science project already, and so that's why I use this for kids. But don't judge me, okay? I'm just using what I use. Okay, your job, your problems, your issues. You. One of the biggest issues I see with people, and even though I would love to go woo-woo, I ain't gonna go too woo-woo today, is, okay, is most people are going to tell you about their mama, they daddy, they cousin, they job, they this, they that. Some coworker ate their food, all kind of stuff. It's all them. It's exhausting, right? It's draining, really. Because the first thing I want to say is, well, why are you putting your lunch in that refrigerator if you know they always eat your lunch, right? That's usually what I say. But what can you control? What can you change? How long will it take you to get there? When folks call you, are you draining? Are you draining that person? Is your mama like, damn, I wish my child stopped crying all the time on the phone like a wild baby? Only your mama put up with that. There's not really a lot of grown people want to hear you whining. How often are you talking about your job? Are you still anything, complaining, whining, all that? Now, I have a family member, they have a job, but they don't do much else in the afternoon. So what are they going to do? Every time you see them, they're talking about their job. I'll be like, I literally just stop and be like, where are you going to travel this for?
If you've ever wanted to mine Bitcoin, so gold mining.
I'm sorry about the commercial.
Traditional mining is complex and demanding. Well, what if it was possible to mine Bitcoin with zero setup?
My daughter's not here to edit it down. He told me coming.
What do you want to do next year? When do you want to retire? I be just throwing out questions, and my parents be like, why are you being mean, Erica? I'm not. I'm tired of hearing about their job. I don't want to hear about it no more. What's the next step? What else we doing? So even my retired family members, which I have a lot of them at this point, they retired from military and the government and police force and whatever, right? They got multiple retirements. So they sit around and they managing some of the properties in town. So they sit around, oh, it's kind of boring. I'm like, won't you volunteer? Won't you go do community work? Won't you do this? Won't you do that? They get mad. Because at the end of the day, what happens is people have made a life of their job. Job. Okay, what if your job fires you tomorrow? What are you going to do? Right? And I don't do this to be depressing or upsetting to people. I still want you to understand, like you are more than your job. There was an Instagram post I had, but I don't have it again, where he was talking to this one guy, and they hired this guy, and he said, don't get lost at this job. Don't make this your identity because you're more than the job. And a lot of people get lost in the job. Like, job, that's their identity. And so if they lose their job or they're fired, people get upset. Because not just because they got fired, but because that was their identity. That was who they were. You know what I mean? And if you take that away, who are they? It's the same with moms. I'm not missing anybody who's a mother. You are the salt of the earth people. Most of y'all, not all of y'all. Some of y'all is heifers. But what happens is the kid in your face. Oh man, I don't want to do myself. They usually don't. Because they haven't sat down with a pen and paper and like, what are things I like? What are things I want to do? So again, you can't reap what you don't sow.
Ooh.
Right? People don't want solutions. They never do. They want problems. They want to complain. Right? And it's easy in marriage and in situations for people to blame their spouse. Oh, if my spouse is doing this and that. Man, stop it. They go, well, the kids was doing this, and my boss, and my coworkers, and life. And a lot of people are just online crying uncle right now. That's basically what you're seeing. A lot of people online are just crying. Okay? So let's get back to taking control and gaining options. Problem is step 1, 2 is control, and step 3 is freedom. Step 1, the problem. Feel free to write this on your own. You don't have to share with the class. You can if you want to. But family, time, stress, travel, job, money, people getting on my nerves, complaining. These are all problems. Okay? These are all problems. Somebody's going to be like, oh, life is good. I don't have any problems. Baby, there's somebody getting on your nerves. There's a family member. There's somebody stressing you out at work. Your job, somebody acting foolish in there, somebody coming in on Fridays, feel good Fridays, casual Fridays, smelling bad. I mean, there's always something going on. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's just life. It's a part of life. So at some point, we have to say, I may not be able to control every one of these factors, but I control what? If I'm buying stocks, if I have a mini side business, if I'm building digital products, if I'm affiliate marketing, because you run around with your Starbucks cup every day. You run around with your Nike golf clothes on. You run around with your Hoka shoes and you don't run. You run around with your New Balances and I ain't seen you balance a thing. right? We're already marketing. Get paid. Hobbies, new people. These are all things we can control. Freedom. Now, a lot of times what happens is burns people out is they run out and go get a bunch of new hobbies, a bunch of new clothes, a bunch of new stuff, and then they're just exhausted. Okay? They're just exhausted. So you have to stay restabilized. Who do you want to be? When do you want to do it? Where do you want to go? Why? How much? How much does your dream loss cost you? Right? When I started telling my family listen, I was like, well, I'll go get a massage every Friday. They're like, every Friday? I'm like, yep, ever.
Like she said, most people don't. They want to tell you about all their problems with somebody else's problem. But when you sit down and say, okay, what do you really want? What is your vision? My wife working at a job now, and she was going through it. She had a lady in training, and it wasn't working. And she was, like I said, she was frustrated. You know, what you should be. And I look, me, I know y'all. I'm about to go woo woo on you, like she said. I trust in the Most High. I tell my wife, like you said, we got business. You ain't got to work. We can go do this. But she said, hey, I don't want to be no entrepreneur. I don't want to I want to work. Okay, so you made that decision. So you told the Most High, because you don't want to listen what you want to do what you want to do. So you told the Most High you want to work. So the Most High got you a job. You're working at this job. You trusting the Most High. This job, like I say, this job basically, and I'm saying I'm deep and I'm not bragging, but I say have your check of all the retirement for you. This is your check. Don't even pay bills. It's for your retirement. All this is for you. You got HSA. You got 401k. You got a Roth account. All your money is going to it's going into your retirement. And the rest is going when you do what you want to do with it. But basically, insurance and all that stuff is going to where because we're visionary. I'm a visionary. Hey, this is where we're going. This is where we're going with it. If that's what you want to do, this is what you want to do. So she was being frustrated, and I was telling her, I was like, well, she said, I just can't do this. She just went through the whole one. I can't. I said, why you not talking about what you can do? Why you keep saying what you can't do? But you don't. I understand one thing. Why I heard what you can't, but I haven't heard nothing what you can do. You can't control the lady that's training you. You can't. But what you can do is do this, the thing that you're doing, and keep doing what you do. And then after that, if they let you go and it don't work, don't worry about it. We good. But to stress about it, to worry about it, no, we're not doing that here. You get up every morning doing what you do, but you don't have to stress about it. Because we have a vision, we have a plan, we have assets. We got things in place that you don't want. We're not here. I told you took that job. We're not taking that. You wanted the job. You ain't got to take that job because of this. This is why we're taking it. Relax. We're not stressing about anything. This is what this is for. We had a vision and a plan. And it went, and finally, like I said, it's better now because they put it with somebody else, but the Most High took care of it like he did. If he wanted, whatever he got his hand in, it's going to happen. But it's good and bad. There's always two sides of the coin. It's good and bad, but we look at the bad. What's the good coming out of this? And everything turned around. But before it was all what she kept. But I kept on drilling like, no, this. I'm always looking. See, I'm not that person going to be like, yeah, well, jump on that. She would get mad at me. Well, Keith, you don't understand. No, I do understand. Again. But what you going to do? You the one said you want to work. You got things to do. This is for you. This you supposed to be taking care of the old you, right? This is set up for you to take care of the old you. You gonna let them stop you from doing what you supposed to do, what you committed to, what you said. You wrote down the side on the line and said what you gonna do. Why? And that's what we do, man. We throw everything away because our family, our kids, our this and that, and you ain't took care of you. It's a bigger picture. But most people ain't trying to come up with no vision, ain't trying to come up with no plan, ain't trying to build. They just trying to live for today. And that's a problem. And if you living like that, you're going to teach your kids the same way. That's what I said. Hey, you do what you want, but don't do it to the kids. Give them a future, show them something. At least not to walk out the door like you walk out the door. And I see it, man, I'm telling you. And when you start telling the truth, man, it's like people get mad because you talking about me. No, we're trying to find a better way. But you want to lay in that bed of fleas. You done got comfortable getting bit by them fleas. You done got comfortable. It's like a drug to lose. You just so used to, well, this is how everybody else is doing, so this is how it is. That's a lie. You chose lack. And I'm telling you that it's pure abundance out here, that you have a choice to have it. Yes, things going to happen. Yes, storms going. All these things, is going to happen. That's life. but you can prepare. And then if you done did everything you could to do, that's it. That ain't on you. You got to rebuild. See, you have the ability to rebuild. You know, people that lost in Texas, that lost all them children in that camp, they got to rebuild. They just can't stop living. You keep living. You keep moving forward. Stop looking backwards. And that's all they're saying right here. You have a choice. But most people, like she said, got problems. And they're going to stay on them problems. They're going to complain about them problems. And every day, I'm telling you, I did it with my wife, and I'm just like, nah, man, we good. We ain't got to do all that. I said, just hey, but they fire you, then you know, go ahead and start. Why? Then I asked her, I said, so why you haven't thought of applying for other jobs? Well, I said, no, you just said you're going through, you getting tired of go apply, start looking for another job. Get your resume together, get this together, do that. See, me, I'm already McCall. Hey, y'all know anybody? My friend, I already, hey, send a resume to so-and-so. That's it. I don't sit here and wait on nothing. Why don't you go now? And you sit back waiting again. You waiting on God, and God already told you go be fruitful, do multiply, have dominion. He didn't tell you to wait on him, to wait to be fruitful, wait to wait to multiply, wait to have dominion. And you waiting. How that's working for you? And then I get on here, you know, keep binge, you doing too hard, you know you need to be a little soft, and you gotta humble yourself, come, you understand? And I know you won't get a like, you won't get that, but we're gonna keep moving. Because the truth, I told you, the blind, you just don't see that, you just blind to the facts. You're blind to the truth. That's why I'm called the blind truth. That's it. So that's what we're on there, man. You got assets. You're not too late, man. I want to check out that video about, you know, she talking about Bitcoin assets, and that thing ain't only an asset, but a Bitcoin, you know, the point is trying to get you to turn your mind that other vehicles, other ways. Like I told you, 75, 15, 10. You live off 75% of your pay. Some people live off 60% of their pay. I'm living out really about 50% of my pay. But that's what you got to do. My daddy. All right, I've been at an hour, less than an hour, so that's it, man. I'm just trying to shock you, that part of your brain to make you see that you can do it, man. And it's going to take time, but you got to change. You got to get your mind ready for it, and hey, unemployment, look at that unemployment there. Look at the numbers, man. They telling you on news, you're ignoring things because you're not prepared, and they telling you what's coming. Layoffs coming. Remember, hey, several years ago, I'm saying, hey, you got to get your 6 months of reserves. Get your 6 months reserve, then 3 months, now then you get laid off, or your spouse get laid off, you like, Lord, now you want to run to church, get on your knees and all that. Man, what he told you did before, he gave you, he was preparing you before. Why are we not seeing this? They sending out everything is going up, and but your pay ain't going up. You haven't stopped your spending. You still loving your kids over that, and all that, your family. You can't say, remember, no. You can't say no. And the Most High didn't tell you to give. He gave something to you that was for you. He didn't tell you to give your blessings away. He did not tell you that. And we just keep giving it away. We give our land away. We get all that stuff. We get grandma's house away. We get everything away for a few dollars. You go buy your little dog or something with that little money. You done gave your land up. Man, I'm telling you, don't understand the value of these things that we're giving away. Again, I'm going to keep coming on here to speak. I'm going to keep coming on doing my part. You got people out there that speak way better than me, that do better than me. But hey, I'm dealing with 4 pillars again: spiritual, physical, mental, and financial. But I'm going to walk that walk. I'm not going to just be talking, I'm going to walk it. You know what I'm saying? You see me on the treadmill. It ain't just all that eating, man. My wife cooked, man. Every morning I get up, I eat 1 boiled egg and 6 eggs. I eat 1 solid egg and then 5 egg whites. Yeah, 5 egg whites. Then I eat spinach, broccoli, shrimp, avocado, tomatoes. Man, no sugar, man. I'm on week. What I am on week? What week is it? Because I took my pictures. I'm on week 6. No, 5. I think 5, yeah. But yeah, ever since I started, you see me on the treadmill, I was breathing hard when I first started, man. Just being committed, man. It ain't about, it's just been the consistency. That's saying that you're going to do something, man. And I really, my kids, it's seeing the transformation of my family and my wife, me starting off, and my kids and my wife seeing it, and they just thought first they wouldn't, but now they with it. Because I said I'm going to do it, and I stayed consistent doing it, and it started happening. I've seen this happen in my life with my family, that you really can make walls move. But you got to be the leader again. It ain't your wife's fault. It ain't your kid's fault. It's your fault. It ain't what your mama did. It's your fault. And that's what we want to use. We want to use that over and over again. And we'll get with other people. Say, yeah, this what happened to me. And you feel sorry for them. And you just keep giving your blessing away to them. And they ain't did shit. But keep complaining. I see it all on TikTok, man. I be on TikTok. I be like, man, online people just crying and whining and don't want to do nothing. They just sitting there. They've been used to being a taker. They taking and begging. They've been used to having their hands out. And we talking about all these social programs. Yes, they're needed, but some of them, a lot of them not, because people don't know how to use it and scam. They can't pay their, they don't, got they say had rent problems, in rent, couldn't pay their rent. Somebody give them the money, get them out, then they get right back in it again. How do that happen? How you get in a situation that got you out there? You way behind, then they give you the money, then you get out there, you right back in that same situation again. And it's continuously, because they used to giving. And you want somebody to feel sorry for you. But they fired me at the job. But hey, I cannot afford to be fired at no job. Because I'm going to do what it takes. Because if I got a vision, a plan, why would I let them fire me? They can't fire me because I'm going to be to work on time because I know where I'm going. Most of you, and I'm telling you what the plan is, you have to sit down and really vote out what you want to do, where you're going, and this and that, and what you want to have. Because when you did, you balled it up and threw it away because it ain't happening when it's supposed to happen. Because you don't believe. And I'm telling you, you can believe. When I was in on my dad's sofa, then I moved to my apartment, and I had to put the money down. My credit was messed up, and they gave me the apartment. I had a little studio, 1 bedroom, no furniture. I go back to I did not. I was like, man, I would have never thought I'd be where I'm at now. You couldn't tell me that I would be here later, married, 3 more kids, house, home. I would have never thought I'd be here. But if I gave up and settled, I remember the apartments when I was sitting there smoking, drinking, feeling sorry, playing video games, and blaming everybody, blaming my ex-wife, all this stuff. And guess what? That a whole bunch of people that just like me came right there with me, and they was ready to say, "You right, and we gonna do it together." But when you start changing, man, it's a lonely road. When you start getting better, start improving, it's real lonely at the top. It's lonely. And I'm not always at the top, but I'm telling you, I had more friends, more people ready to be with me when I was there, with nothing, thinking like that, than I have now when I'm saying, hey, I'm about to get my body together. I ain't eating no pork. I ain't drinking or smoking anymore. I got clarity in my mind. Let me tell you this, I got my heart. I start saying, they don't want to hear that. Hey man, I'm doing exercise. You at the gym again? Man, why you at the gym all the time? Why you at the club? Why you drinking? See, you don't want to feel over there say that. Why you, man, ain't you doing, don't you need to rest? Why do I need to rest? Don't you need to rest? You're like, you more stressed than me. I'm eating healthy. I'm getting sleep. I'm drinking water. I'm doing what you look like you need it more than I do. So I'm just saying, man, it is, man. It's easy to find out people that, man, hurt people, miserable people. I'm telling you, love company is true. But start changing and start doing, see, your own family. Watch how they get, oh Lord, he talking about that again. Because they mind, they don't want to go, they want to stay where they at. They don't want to improve. They want to talk about everybody else that is saying, hey, let's talk about doing this, let's talk about solving problems, let's talk about getting better. It's too hard. And it's really not. So anyway, I'm gone, man. Been an hour. Hey, hit the like button. Get notified when I'm coming on. Also, hey, gotta get your mind right. We got our t-shirts coming, man. You're gonna start sending links. You're gonna start seeing the fitness stuff. I'm really big on this fitness. I've been doing this. This ain't nothing I just started. When you went in the, like you said, Kobe, you went in the gym, shooting with him in the gym. You ain't seen me when I was doing. I've been doing this for years. You know what I'm saying? Fitness and doing it and training people. So, but it's gonna be no. But I got some products coming out, some t-shirts coming out, and with my daughter Justin, that's my manager, whatever you want to call it. I forgot what call it, but my CEO of the thing. So we're gonna be coming out. I hope y'all like them. I get some. When you see them, I want tell me what you think about it. You know what I'm saying? Tell me what you think about them. You like them? You know what I'm saying? I have different colors, different things. But yeah, we're gonna start putting on some product. And see what the Most High do with it. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna try it. We're gonna try because it's not. I tell my kids all the time. I'm just trying to spark them. I'm not to show them there's other ways, other opportunities that they have, but it takes sacrifice. It takes sacrifice. Nobody come here to save you. That means you got to save your coins. You got to put your money back. You got to take it over. You got to be having a vision, and you got to always be putting back for that vision, that dream, that and be intentional about it. So that's what it is here, man. So that's what I'm trying to do. Just trying to spark you to bring people on to show you that hey, that's it. Unemployment, the numbers out. They went up 4.6, I think. And it's going up. I mean, people getting laid off. A lot of people getting laid off. So what are you prepared for? You know this coming. Are you prepared? Are you then? So now you get the door lose. You're going to just blame everybody for all. Just give up. No, you got to fight. You got to start that. Hey, I'm too late. Hey, all you can do is do what you can do. The rest is in the Most High hand. I'm telling you, she tell you about start. You hear people about start. Start. Yes, start. Now, you can't, I'm telling you, come back. I waited, and when I finally started, man, it was the best thing that happened. I can't worry about what I missed. It's what I'm gaining. Stop being in the past. Let's go forward in the future. That's it, man. The best person to take care of the old years to young. That's it. Time. So that's all I'm trying to do, man. I'm trying to inspire you to say, hey, man, it's not too late. Don't get caught up, man. Football season. I'm telling you, you've been distracted. Football, basketball, Halloween, Thanksgiving, Christmas, New Year's, Valentine's Day, Easter. Man, you were gone. And you ain't did nothing for yourself. You ain't took care of yourself spiritually, physically, mentally, or financially. And the easy one is the financial. Man, that mental and that fear, whew. They got these shots where you take the shots and you still don't want to work out. You still got to do something. People go get their surgery, you still have to do something. And you don't have to wait. The trees, the grass, the birds, the bees, ain't none of them waiting on God. They don't wait on God. God, is it okay to go? No, they go. They know when to go. It's when you go in seasons. So let's go. Hey, thank y'all for listening to me. I know I'm interrupting y'all football, interrupting y'all time. Do you? You know what I'm saying? But I'm going to come out the church, man. I'm not competing against nobody. Listen to me. I'm not trying. No, I be getting little comments, man. I am cocky. I ain't gonna lie. I am cocky, and sometimes I be wanting, man. I got something inside of me that the Most High be telling me, keep them in. 'Cause I do be wanting to show. I ain't got a lot, but I do want to show. I know I got more than something that be time to talk. I just want you to stop. Let's get work together, build together, grow together. You know what I'm saying? Ain't no competition, man. Ain't no competition. I know you can't pay that car note. You know what I'm saying? I know what you got. I know monies. I know numbers. I know what you behind it. So, you know what I'm saying? So come on, man. You ain't got to, it ain't about brag. I just want to teach the kids the right way. Your way, that's your way. I just want to teach the kids another way. That they don't have to be strained by that $1,000 car note, that they don't have to, they can put that money, make that money work. While they sleep, that money can really work. Instead of sitting up there front and stunting, now don't have a way. And you really deep down scared of retirement, don't know how you're going to retire and what you're going to do. You really sitting on your knees praying to God, hoping that if you die right now, you can't bury yourself, and your family, your wife, and your girl, and your kids, they're going to be hurting. So I'm just trying to show you a way, man. That's it. I'm just trying to show you. Most High blessed me and gave me the mercy, and I listened. That's all I did. The difference between me and you, I humble myself and say, man, let me let him lead me. And when somebody come talk to me, you know what I say? And I recognize who he is now because I spent time. When somebody come talk to me and tell me something, the Most High to download himself into them to give that message to me. That's it. He ain't download himself into to say give no blessing. See, I already know when he tell you. Somebody come, I ain't tell you to give that blessing to them. No, he said, I know that ain't the Most High. So when you come and say, hey, give me, that ain't not the Most High. That is not him telling me to give you my blessing. He give you this word, I can tell you how, but he ain't tell you to give this to you. I'm sorry. No, he didn't. So, no. That's my new thing. No, bro. I got some conversation for you. I got some conversation. I got a way, but I ain't got nothing to want. I want my money, man. If I gave you some money, I gave you some. I want it back. You know what I'm saying? I do. The Most High told me to get it back. Thank you. I shouldn't have to ask you. You know? Shouldn't. But I'm giving you the $1 million game. The stuff that I put on here will make you make way more money than that. You don't have to ask nobody. If you just be patient. And I'm giving you spiritual, physical, mental, and financial information. You just refuse to receive it. Think about it, if the Most High downloaded something for me to get into. Think about that. And you turn it down. I remember somebody told me they got to pray for my family member. We got to pray for Kikas. He's not following the way of the world. That's why Most High said, be quiet. You were just like them. Be quiet. Stop giving all your coins away, man. Stop giving all your blessings away. Okay? See y'all again. I'll be back tomorrow. I'm gonna start dropping something every day. A little something here. I know I like to talk, but man, I really like I said, want to help people. Want to help people to say it's really in your mind, man. Your belief and your habits. You can do it. You can stop. When you start breaking them habits, stop those things. What you don't know is what's killing you, man. When you know better, you're supposed to do better. Y'all